play, and we've still done really well, so hopefully we'll get all the mulligans out in the early rounds. It's a pretty sweet deck sleeve there. Can't seem to get my main stuff out. Something else, okay. Scraptech Brawler's good, Rootfather's good. Yep, this is perfectly fine. This is a great hand, we'll keep this. If we have to, we can cycle Rootfather, but we may not have to if we draw a lot of shards early on, so... I mean, it's going to be a turn 2 Scraptech Brawler to ramp up to Rootfather, likely, or Wrathwood Master Moss or something like that. We do need to draw another wild shard here, so we are in a little bit trouble there. So that's going to be a little bit problematic for us. So we may actually have to cycle Rootfather to get that other wild shard in play, but hopefully we'll just draw it. That's one of the other issues with this deck. Yep, he's going to turn 2. He's probably playing Scraptech Brawler as well, so it looks like. At least that's what's on his sleeve, so that's what I expect is happening there. So we'll do that. Go ahead and bury my Scraptech Brawler. So we're almost at a place where we can play Zakiir here, which is pretty cool. Draw another Ruby Shard. When Scraptech Brawler hits the table, we can play Zakiir. Oh, he's in blood, so that may be some a bit of a problem there. We are in round 3. We've gone 2-0 all. We were 2-0, so he's won his last 2 rounds as well. So we should be getting into the decks that are a little bit tougher to deal with. Yep. Okay. Good. Happened to draw into our wild shard there, so that allows us to throw out that warrior and start putting pressure on our opponent. If he has a kill card, he may use it here on our warrior, which is perfectly fine. We just still have to get him out there. We'll play Master Moss next turn. If we draw a Ruby Shard, we're in a good spot again to play Zakiir. So we're actually in a good spot to play Rootfather right now. With what we've got, we can actually throw out our Rootfather as well. So looking really good right now with the deck. We've got the 7 resources when Scraptech Brawler hits the table, so yeah. So we can play... we'll go ahead and play Wrathwood in our second main phase. Swing in. We won't buff this guy unless he does some sort of trick to, like, Fishersmith. Oh, I didn't... guess I should have thought about that. Fishersmith. Ooh, alright. Well, I guess I'll have to be aware of that in the future. So... for some reason I thought he was running all Scraptech Brawlers, so that's fine. Fishersmith doesn't do very much against Master Moss, so... Alright, he's got a Ambusher, sure. So he's playing the Ambusher Fishersmith, so I do have to be aware of that whenever he's dropping stuff. Master Moss gets a little bit debuffed there, but it should be fine. We can get it back if we draw into our monkey. Next turn we get to play Rootfather, so that should be pretty good for us. This looks like this might be the Killipede deck, possibly. You know, if it is, that's not a big deal, because, like, at this point, it looks like I should be able to get enough damage through that, like, the Killipede may not even be able to attack twice. So we'll see. He's not going to swing. Okay. I'm going to swing with Master Moss. That's for sure. And the Scraptech Brawler. And the Rootfather. And I can play Zakiir next turn, so yeah, Rootfather's definitely the play here. So we'll go and just dump him out there. Take him down 8, and he'll have to block some stuff here. He may end up having to jump block stuff. And he has Zakiir coming down next turn to put even more pressure on the table. He's gonna Crackling Rot my guy, sure. So he can block him, and then his second form will die, but Whatever, that's fine. That's card advantage for me. I may not even block him. I mean, he's only a 1/1. That seems pretty... like, I don't really care about it. Like, he's throwing a lot of resources at this Master Moss and still not really dealing with it very effectively. If I drop Ape, then that's pretty good for me, so... Just gonna chump block here. Gets rid of my Master Moss. Because he comes back, dies right away, sure. Okay. Still has to deal with this Rootfather. I got Zakiir coming down next turn, so... If he drops, whatever it is, Killipede here, it's whatever to me. Because he can't swing through that fast. He's going to try to ambush he's going to get my Brawler here and then chump block my Rootfather next turn. Sure. Okay. Okay, so now I can't attack him because his thing, he may have Fisher Smith, so I have to like sit a turn, which is fine. I'll just throw out Zakiir and sell on board state to Zakiir in case he actually kills one of them. So that's fine. We'll sit on board state for a turn in case he has another Fisher Smith. Because I'd rather not give up a Rootfather to a Fisher Smith. That seems kind of silly. Zakiir would be perfectly fine to... Yeah, there he is, Fisher Smith. So... Seems pretty bad. It's gonna play Army of the Cinder. It's kind of a little late for that. Play his Polka ability and swing, I guess. So his Army of the Cinder will get, at the start of the turn, it gets some Cinder stuff. I guess I might as well block it. He has 0 resources, so I might as well save. It's going to go to the graveyard anyways. He's just trying to build up his Army of the Cinder. Might as well. He's just trying to get more counters on there. It was going to go to the graveyard anyway, so I might as well save the damage. Zakiir pulls. Destroy each opposing artifact. Each opponent loses 4/4. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll do that in a second main phase. Yeah, we'll do that in a second main phase. Swing in here. That'll make it hard for him. He won't be able to play Killipede anymore now that I've drawn that Zakiir ability. Because he'll be down to 2 resources. It's each opponent, not, you know... So it really doesn't matter to me that he's got a bunch of Cinders hitting the table. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to play Warrior here. And his Cinders will never block for him, which is a problem. Because they have to attack. He's got 2 resources now. He can't even play... He could play a Bolt here if he doesn't... Yeah, so... I think he might be playing Killipede, so I'm going to side in some of the... I think I'm going to side in the Adrenaline Rush, so we're going to side in 3 of those. Everything else seems kind of like whatever to me. Yeah, so we'll side in those. We'll pull out our Boulder Tosses. And maybe I want to keep 1 Boulder Toss. We'll keep 1 Boulder Toss. And Stink Troll is okay, I guess. Filk Ape Wrathwood is a combo. Zakiir is good, but a little bit clunky. We'll pull Zakiir. And I don't want him drawing cards. So I'm going to pull Heroic Outlaw. I think that would be... Or maybe I should go Trick of the Light. Yeah, I'll go Trick of the Light here. Alright, save the deck. I might want to actually put one of those Boulder Tosses back in, so we'll see. Apparently it didn't save, so we'll try to save it again. Okay. I'm thinking he wants to play first, so we'll click on draw first here. I mean, it would be very silly for me to assume otherwise. Alright, I'm going to click on draw first. I'm pretty sure he wants to go first, because he lost the first round, so he gets the choice. 2 Crackling Bolt is kind of what we want versus the Killipede deck, but this is fine. That's really what I want to see. He's mulling to 6, so that's definitely good for us. We can play our Wrathwood. We're within 1 resource of playing Wrathwood. We have Andronicus on lockdown. We'll keep this. Looks pretty good. Now we just have to be aware of anytime he tunnels something, if it has 1 counter on it, or if it doesn't have a counter on it, it's probably a whatever. But that's fine. Like, the late game is like really good for us as long as we don't have to deal with Killipede. We don't have to play around that. Like, that's the most problematic thing he's got. The Wabushi guy or whatever, that thing also is not really that much of a problem. We'll start off with Ruby here. The Ambusher, the Wabushi Ambusher or whatever. We had a crazy good curve out last game too, so that's probably an Ambusher. That's fine, because it can debuff our guy, and then we can, I don't know, if it kills our guy, like, because he'll have to 2-for-1. He'll have to use the Ambusher ability and then, like, Crackling Rot our guy, which seems pretty bad. But he wants to use it on Wrathwood, is what he's going to want to use it on. So, 1 on that. It might also be Monsoon, so I do have to be aware of that. I mean, this deck also plays Monsoon, or at least it should be playing Monsoon. So if I kill things early, they could come back, and then things get a little bit more tricky. So I think I'm going to go aggressive here. So we're actually going to play this differently than we typically would. Typically we would bury this Scraptech Brawler, but instead we're just going to play him. So that way we can play him plus Warrior here, and we can get aggressive with those. If he plays his buried guy here, obviously we can't swing in, but yeah, I feel pretty good about going aggressive here, because he basically has to have something. He has to bury that guy here if he's got Fisher-Smith. And that'll give him a turn, but then next turn I get to play Master Moss anyway, so. Crackling Bolt's my Warrior. Sure, that's respectable. Maybe he'll bury something here. Maybe bury Fisher-Smith. No, I guess not. Okay. So we have a swing here for just 2 damage. You know, it's not that much. Second main phase we'll play the Master Moss. We've got 2 of those to play as well. Gaining 5 life off of our running deer, as it were. Puts us a little bit further out of range, but of course Killipede doesn't care about how much our life total is at. He doesn't really care at all. Go ahead and throw out our Master Moss. We know that this guy's probably an Ambusher, but I really just don't care about it. It doesn't matter that much to me. If he has to give up all this card advantage to still deal with Master Moss anyway, so he could kill my guy, or he can try to deal with Master Moss. So he's going to try to deal with Master Moss. So he can Crackling Rot it here if he really wants to. Or, yeah, if I play the Monkey, though, I just reset him anyway, so I'm like, it doesn't matter that much to me if I happen to draw into Filk Ape here. Just gonna, okay, throw that guy out to further try to deal with Master Moss, maybe? Yep, looks like he's still trying to deal with that Master Moss. I mean, that's a lot of cards to give up for that, in my opinion. Obviously, I can't swing in with him because I have to wait for Filk Ape to show up, but if he does show up here, I mean, that puts him really far behind. Okay, no Filk Ape. We'll go ahead and play this, so that way we can play Immortal Tears and Wrathwood in our second main phase. We'll swing through with Brawler here. There's really not that much of a reason not to. I mean, him swinging back for 4s, whatever, into my Master Moss. Sure. That's fine. And we'll throw this guy out and throw out our Immortal Tears to help deck thin us a bit. It's also, you know, obviously the Shard of Savagery gets us to Ruby anyways, but, you know, that allows us to play our Zakiir when we draw into it. Still looking for a Filk Ape to heal this guy up, but yeah, it's whatever. You could Crackling Sprout this guy to finish him, but he's got another Wrathwood to worry about, so seems pretty bad. Yeah. So let's get that Filk Ape. Filk Ape. Filk Ape. Nope. Okay. Double Crackling Bolt. We're gonna just sit on those in case he drops his Killipede. We do need to deal with Killipede pretty much as soon as it hits the table. We'll go ahead and sacrifice this to get another ruby. Deck thinning us a bit. Going down to 46 cards in our main deck. Swinging in with Master Moss. Nothing really. I don't think I have anything too much to be afraid of here, because if he blocks and then he Crackling Rots, it still doesn't kill him. Okay, so he has to double Crackling Rot here, is what he would have to do. He can block if he wants to, but I mean, he's just reducing the damage output is all he's doing. Okay. Now that does, you know, make it so that Wrathwood's guy doesn't come back. If he does actually, if he is able to deal with Wrathwood here, you know, it does deal with him. But he's 2-for-1-ing. So, I mean, I'm getting the card advantage on it, so hopefully that'll work out for me. You swing through with Ambusher if he wants to, and then I just swing back. Okay. I mean, 3 damage a turn is nothing to sneeze at. So we just keep swinging away with this Master Moss, this 3/3 that's not able to be blocked by that Ambusher very well. I mean, you could block him and then Crackling Rot, and I still kill his Ambusher, and that's two for 1. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and do that. That's fine. I'm fine with that. That's giving me the 2-for-1. Sure. Unless he's just going to take it. He's going to, yeah, he'll 2-for-1 here. Sure. That's fine. I'm fine with that. So, hopefully we'll just draw some more beef here, or if we draw a Filk Ape, that will definitely help out quite a bit. But he's already wasted like 3 Crackling Rots, 2 Crackling Rots, and a Crackling Bolt. So, to try to take my stuff down. Again, the only thing we're worried about is Killipede in his deck, and we've got the answer for it in hand, and we can cast it all in one turn. It doesn't have anything to block us here, so we can go ahead and swing through with our 1 point of damage. Top decking lots of shards. It's unfortunate. We really kind of want to stop top decking shards. We've got 8. We've got basically 9 shards total out of the 23 in our deck, so hopefully we'll stop top decking some shards here. Otherwise, you know, this is just 14 turns is too long for us to have to wait to kill our opponent. He's going to play Army here. Okay, that may be a problem for us. Play Polka to get more guys in his graveyard, sure. So Army might pose an issue for us. I mean, we're at 30 life, though, so hopefully we'll just draw. We just need to draw a Filk Ape, and we're fine here. That's what needs to happen. Surprised I'm not seeing that Killipede. I'm still guessing he has it in there, though. Ugh. This is just not our game. So he's going to get a bunch of cinders here. We don't really want to block any of them anyways, so we're just going to keep pushing damage. He's going to get 1 cinder. 1 cinder. He gets 1 a turn, and then it dies, and the next turn he'll have 2, and then, yeah, it just snowballs from there. So this is going to get... Army of the Arcane Cinder is going to get out of hand fairly quickly. Hopefully we can draw some actual cards and not shards. We've got 10 out of the 23. There's only 13 shards left, so 1/4 of the shards in our deck, or 1/4 of the cards in our deck are shards. So hopefully, you know, 3 out of 4 of the cards is actually a play. Or I'll have to double bolt his Zakiir. That's also a thing. I guess that's going to have to happen here. So we'll have to double bolt Zakiir because we've seen how Zakiir just takes over the game state. Again, I can't really block with this Master Moss at all, because it would just kill it and I have nothing, and his guys come back every turn anyways. Yeah, because now he gets 2 a turn. He gets 2 cinders a turn. No. Okay, so apparently we're just going to top deck shards here and lose the game. That's what things are looking like. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, we're still at a place where, like, we're going to gain 5 life here, but army is getting out of hand here, and so we may actually side in our compost to deal with army, to have an answer for it. We'll probably side in compost after this just to deal with that. If we draw our Rootfather, that's an auto win for us because his guys have to attack every turn. Taking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage here. Yeah, Rootfather would win this outright. Unless he plays a blocker. So there is that. I mean, he's always in fear of Rootfather playing against my deck. We've actually activated our champion ability twice this game, which is not the place I want to be at. I want to actually play some actual spells here, but, you know, this happens. Happens to all decks. Okay, apparently I'm just going to just lose because I just keep top decking shards. That's how it goes sometimes. So at this point, let's see, do I even swing? Because it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and he gets 3 more, which would be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I can survive 1 more turn, so I guess I might as well just push the damage. I don't really, I mean, if I sacrifice my Wrathwood, then I lose more stuff anyway, so it's really just, yeah, we're dying to our Shard Flood here. That's really what's happening. I mean, and he had answers to our early stuff, so we're getting flooded. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you die to Shard Flood. He has to attack with those guys. He has another Zakiir, or he's going to rise again his Zakiir. Okay. Alright. Not that that makes that much of a difference. That kind of just closes the game down for him. It gives him a chump blocker for Rootfather. If I top deck Rootfather, he still wins because Zakiir just blocks it. I don't know. This deck seems alright that he's playing, but I'm kind of surprised that it's made it this far. Again, I top decked 12 shards this game. So, out of the 23 with deck thinning. Alright, well, there's something. So Adrenaline Rush doesn't do it for me either. Here, so actually I'll probably side that out for composting. Okay, so we'll just go game 3 rather. Game 3, I'll go first. So, we'll side in any deck that runs 20 shards or whatever. Any deck can flood, really. We just try to reduce the chances of the flood. So I'm going to play first. And looking pretty good here. Alright, so this isn't great, but we'll keep this. Okay. So we get to open up Wild here. We kind of need 2 Wild for the deck. We almost have enough to play Zakiir as well. Open up Wild. So we've played for about 26 minutes. We've got plenty of time left in the round for this match. So no reason to not take our time in this last match of this set. Starting out with his typical Shard of Hatred there. Unfortunately, we don't have a turn 2 here. Boulder Toss could be useful for Zakiir or some other problematic troop later on. It is interesting that he's drawing the exact answers to my Master Mosses last time so early. And I didn't draw. Also, if I had drawn Filk Ape like last game, that would have really helped out with those Master Moss plays. So he's going to bury probably his Ambusher to kill something. So it takes like 3 turns for that thing to wind up. So we're actually going to use our Immortal Tears here to get to that other wild that we need, instead of casting Stink Troll. Stink Troll gets killed by his Ambusher. I'm pretty sure that that's Ambusher right now. It's either that or it's Monsoon, but it's probably Ambusher. So we'll go ahead and play the Ruby here, and go to our next turn. We're one away from being able to play our Filk Ape, which will help out. Much rather play Filk Ape because I know his Ambusher can't kill it in one turn. Plays a Tormented Ritualist, okay. So this, I guess we can play, let's see, it's going to take it 2 more turns. He can get, every time he plays a Shard, that thing can swing through. Let's see, do we play Stink Troll here? I guess that we do, because then we can Boulder Toss his guy in response to him playing his Ambusher. It's quick action speed, so his Ambusher will kill Stink Troll, but in response we'll Boulder Toss his Ritualist next turn. So Ambusher has 1 more turn before it goes live. We kind of need a resource here. It'd be nice to actually pull up 2 so we can play our Zakiir to take over the game state. Yep, swings for 3, sure. Oh, he's going to bolt our guy. Alright, well, that's fine. Kind of surprised that he's doing that. Is this guy just... this turn? Okay. I mean, because his Ambusher is right there, so... I mean, I guess if I play Filk Ape, then... yeah, I mean, it doesn't help. So we're going to go and cycle Rootfather. We have no other plays here. We need to draw a resource really badly. That is not a resource. Yeah, I'll Crackling Bolt his Ritualist here, just because I know his guy's going to be bigger. I could have held off. I have nothing else. It's going to come into play and not have anything to target. It's just the 3-2. So I'd rather just not get damaged, just not take damage from that. And then hopefully we'll draw a resource so we can play a Filk Ape here. We've got 2 dead cards in our hand. Actually, we've got our whole hand is dead right now, basically, until we draw a resource. Plays his, he's gonna rise again my Stink Troll to steal it, I guess. Okay. All right, so his guy can get Crush. Seems pretty bad. Use of that card. I think I would have held off. Oh, it's Monsoon. He's got Monsoon in there. His guy's gonna come back. So I'll play Filk Ape to wipe that Monsoon thing. His thing's gonna come back here. I can Boulder Toss or Adrenaline Rush also. So yeah, that's Monsoon. Yep. So I killed the one guy. He gets him back. He gets a Blaze Elemental back. Okay. They all have haste. He plays a resource. This thing has gets a little bit bigger. Yep, gives him Crush, sure. So he's really big. I'll take the damage from Monsoon and we'll block probably Stink Troll here. He swings with that, otherwise we'll block. Okay, so we'll just... should be swinging with the Ritualist. He missed a swing there. We'll just go ahead and block the Stink Troll, that's fine. If he kills my Ape, I have another Ape to play, which will debuff his Monsoon anyways. Taking 9 here, that's a lot. Yeah, Crackling rots my guy. Still, my guy still kills his guy though, so it's still a trade there. He should have been swinging with the Ritualist. He could have dealt a lot more damage there. I'm not sure why he didn't. He also has an activation on Blaze Elemental there too, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Okay, we'll play this for Ruby, obviously. And we'll wipe the Monsoon charges, and then I may end up trading Filk Ape for Monsoon here. We'll wipe out his, front end. I don't know, swing for 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe. Actually, yeah, he may have the game here. Yeah, I have to block. Ambush is my guy. Okay. Yep. That's not good. Has a Crackling Bolt. Alright, well that's good games. Just did not draw enough bodies to deal with all of his removal, and he just happened to get enough removal to deal with me. Because that's 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's... Just can't deal with that much. That's too much. So, that's unfortunate. I probably should have played the guy that gains me health, is what I should have done. The 4/4 gains me health, although he doesn't kill anything on my opponent's side, but he would have helped out quite a bit. So, unfortunate, but you know, that's, you know, we're still 1 and 2, so we're still okay to, we can make top 8 with this, and we're getting pared down here, so